I tried dropshipping for 1 week. Here's what happened. So the store is called Luxury. We're gonna be going with 8 different ad sets. So that means we're gonna be spending $8 per day, 699 cents. In this video, we're going to be launching a Shopify stores and looking a little bit more in depth towards Facebook ads, and we're going to be letting the ads run for an entire week. For those of you that don't know me yet, my name is Vilius Dainora, and I've been doing dropshipping for a little over 2.5 years now. So I'm no longer a beginner, I already know what I'm doing, but I think this video can help out a lot of beginners because I'm going to be guiding you through the whole process, how I launched my ads, how I decide when to stop running the ads, and how I scale them. I think this is going to be a very valuable and insightful video, so I suggest you stick to the very end. So I'm going to be showing you guys my exact testing strategy when it comes to testing and launching products. This is how I still do it to this day, and I'm just going to give you a little bit behind the scenes, behind my thought process. So over here is how this whole week plans out. I'll be fully transparent when it comes to the actual store that I'm running, the ads that I'm running, and also how I've structured the ads, the profits, everything that is going to play into this video. So hopefully you get the gist of it. If so, let's get right into it. We want to start off by determining what product we want to sell. The product that we're going to be going with is this smart neck massager, and we already have a store created for us. This is a store that I've utilized for 2 prior videos in the past, and we got it created by Fiverr where we're comparing 2 stores side by side at drastically different price points, and we already started the first day in one of the previous videos. So if you haven't seen those yet, check them out. But for those of you new to my channel and also new to this video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the store. So the store is called Luxury, and it is basically around this product right here. This is the homepage. We're going to switch into mobile right away because that's obviously where we're going to be sending the majority of our traffic, and we want to make sure our sites are mobile optimized first. So this is how it looks like. This is the homepage. Nice and simple. I think it has a nice branded clean look. We got a nice testimonial right here, and it sends us to the page, and we obviously just want our homepage to look nice, clean, and trustworthy as we're going to be sending the majority of our traffic to the actual product / landing page. So if you take a look at the product page, this is how it's set up. This is how the initial Fiverr freelancer created it for us, and we're going to be changing it up along the way, making a few minor adjustments throughout the week to see if we can improve our conversion rate through these minor changes. So the product is priced at $79.95 as our product costs come in at $29.11, including shipping. So this is the structure. We have pink, blue, and white. We got a short little notice for the COVID-19 situation. We got a nice headline up here, and this was, in my opinion, a little bit long, but we'll see how that performs. Then we've got a few more benefits with some visual components, provide effective relief for all these pain points, which is good, and then a few more benefits, etc. And there aren't any reviews installed yet, but that could be something that we can test out within like 2-3 days to see if that positively impacts our conversion rate. That's pretty much all there is to the site. It's nice, clean, and simple. It looks trustworthy. It looks like a brand. So now that we've gotten 2 criteria out of the way, product check, store check, let's move on to the ads. This is the ad that we're going to be running with. It's pretty decent. Hopefully we're going to have a pretty decent CTR, a nice click-through ratio, so that people are actually interested and also click on our ad to land up on our site. So that means they actually try and initiate a purchase. As the video ad or / ad creative is the first touch point usually consumers have with our brand, we want to make sure that gives them a nice, clean impression right off the bat, as that's going to be our first selling factor. We want to sell them as much as possible already through our ad creative, and then really close the deal through the product description. So we want to make sure the ad creative is as good as possible. So ads check. What do we have now? Obviously the Facebook ads. Let's hop right into the Facebook ads right now. Now, usually when I start testing my products, my ads, etc., I like to start with an initial creative test where I have 2, 3, 4 different creatives, different video ads that I compare side by side. But for simplicity's sake, we're just going to go with simple interest, and we're just going to be going with 1 creative for now. The creative test usually takes 1 to 2 days. That just helps me determine which of these creatives are the best in advance and increases my chances of going profitable right off the bat, if that makes any sense. But we're going to skip that part and we're going to go with 1 creative right away for simplicity's sake. So how is the campaign structured? It's relatively simple. We have 1 campaign that's going to be a campaign for conversions based on purchases, because we obviously want to achieve purchases. And within that campaign, we have 7 to 10 different ad sets with single interests that are relatively broad, 5 million plus in size. That just gives us more room to scale if one of these audiences do perform best. And the only factor that is different between each individual ad set is the single interest. How I actually set up the ad sets, we're going to get to that in just a second. And within those ad sets, we have one single ad creative with the exact same ad copy, thumbnail, and also video. So for this video, we're going to be going with 8 different ad sets with each a single interest being different, and we're going to be having them at a budget of $10 per day. So that means we're going to be spending $80 per day times 7. That's $560 for the whole week, and that's our budget. Personally, I still prefer using ad set level budgets instead of CPO, as in my opinion, they're a little bit better when it comes to testing, but everyone has their own preferences. Some people prefer CPO, I prefer ad set level budgets. Both work, just find your own preference and see what works best for you. So let me walk you through how I set up the ad sets. So if we take a look at one of these, let's say we chose the ad set name. The ad set name for me is usually the actual interest. So in this case, well-being, we have a potential reach of 32 million. And obviously we're going with conversion event purchase. We got a daily budget of $10 per day. And for the locations, we chose the top 4 countries. That being said, United States, UK, Canada, and Australia. We obviously went with a very broad age range from 18 to 65 because this product could appeal to literally anyone. Anyone could be interested in this. If it is more towards the younger demographic, then you can go with a smaller age condensed range. But initially with interest testing, I like staying broad, giving Facebook as much data, as big as of audiences as I can give them so that they have more room to work with, and then we can optimize once we have more statistics. Regarding the gender, since it is a gender neutral product, obviously we're going with all genders. If it's a specific gender product, let's say makeup, obviously makeup nowadays could be towards both males and females, but there's a higher chance of females being interested in makeup products, then you could think about just going with females alone. But since it's a gender neutral product, we're not touching the gender part. Regarding the detailed targeting, we're going with a single interest, in this case being well-being. This gives us a big enough audience size as it is above 5 million for potential scaling if this one does perform well. Then I also like to exclude AliExpress and dropshipping to hide our ads for now from different dropshippers that might see it and want to hop on this product as well. Now, obviously it's not going to keep them away forever, but it's a good start. For languages, we obviously go with English all, since our ad is in English, makes sense, right? And that's pretty much it when it comes to the actual ad set setup. And the last thing is we go with automatic placements. I prefer going with automatic placements for the placements instead of manual placements. I know a few people like going with Facebook and Instagram, but if you give Facebook a lot more placements and room to work with, they will be better when it comes to optimization and will probably lead to you having better results with your Facebook ads instead of restricting Facebook when it comes to the placement. That's why I choose automatic placements. So that's it when it comes to the ad set level setup. Fairly simple. Now let's take a look at the 8 different interests that I decided to go with. We went with well-being, neck, PE being physical exercise, engaged shoppers, Spotify, health and wellness, massage, and shoulder. Now this is a mix of different interests that could relate to the product, but as this is quite a broad interest product, as pretty much anyone could be of benefits of having this really calm and relaxing neck massager, I also like to throw in a few bigger, broader audiences in there to see if they might perform, in this case being Spotify, physical exercise, and also engaged shoppers, just to spice things up and to give the Facebook pixel a little bit more data. So as today is Friday, we're going to be launching the ads as of midnight. So it's going to go live on Saturday, and we have exactly a week's time. So that means Saturday in a week, it's going to be done with a 7-day challenge. I'm going to tune in back with you guys within 3-4 days to evaluate our position, how far we've come, and to maybe kill or scale a few ads. Hopefully we get a few sales by then. Hopefully, best case, it's profitable, but we're not necessarily looking out for profits within the first week. If we get away with profits, fantastic. But for now, we're acquiring data and testing out a few different interests, and hopefully one of them is profitable. All right, then I'll talk to you guys in a bit when we're back in a few days. All right, quick update, guys. We are now 5 days in. Why exactly 5 days? We'll get to that in just a second.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.
So far, we've managed to get 5 sales in total, so we're up to $400, which isn't too bad considering we're only 5 days in, and it's a relatively expensive product, and we're only spending $10 per ad set. So the sales are all right, I'd say. So we're roughly around the break-even point, probably including product costs, we're slightly below it, so we're slightly negative, but that's not terrible, actually. Don't get me wrong, it'd be great to go profitable, but I think too many people emphasize how important it is to go profitable within the first week. Right now, we're just trying to find a single interest to see if the product is working for us, to find out the best possible creative, how to position it and how to market it, and then we want to find obviously a profitable audience that we can further on scale. So that's the goal for now. We're gathering data and we're willing to take the hit at first. So when it comes to actually scaling and killing the ad sets, I look at the following criteria. There are two main things that I personally look out for, and those are by far the most important parts. Number one, the ROAS, the return on ad spend. We want to be that as high as possible. And the second thing, the cost per purchase to be at a minimum. Now, I've already calculated my break-even cost per purchase and my break-even ROAS that you'll see on the screen right now. And those are the things that I'm trying to aim for. Those are going to be the main indicators for me, usually when I kill and scale my ad sets. For now, we're going to also have to rely on initiate checkout, as this is a more expensive product and $10 a day budget is quite difficult to determine and evaluate your ad sets, especially as this is a more expensive product at $80 obviously. And why exactly 5 days? Well, the reason for that is simple. I usually tend to like my ad sets to run to at least the break-even point, the break-even cost per purchase. In this case, it's $48.60, and the break-even cost per purchase is fairly easy to calculate. How you can do that, it's going to be on the screen right now. $48.60 for a break-even cost per purchase, and we are spending $10 per day per ad set, so that equals 5 days of testing. We always want to give the Facebook ad sets at least 3 days, regardless of testing, non-touching, because you will see inconsistencies, especially at a lower budget. So therefore you want to look at the ad sets at a bigger picture, a few more days and a few more money that you've spent and put towards it to get a better judgment. So if we take a look at the ads manager, as I mentioned, we got 5 total purchases, but only 4 of them were registered. To be honest, I'm not surprised. Mark messes these things up every now and then, but that's obviously annoying since we don't know where the purchase came from which specific ad set. That would give us a little bit more data, but sadly it's not like that. And 4 purchases that were registered are right. If we calculate in the additional one, we exactly have roughly $400 spent and $400 taken back. But again, we do have the product costs. So we got quite a few ad sets that have a few checkouts initiated, those being well-being, Spotify, health and wellness, and massage. So those ones we're going to keep active regardless. And the other ones that only have one initiate checkout, we're going to be turning off. So that being said, we're going to turn off neck, PE, shoulder, and engaged shoppers. So we're going to be killing those due to lack of performance. And we're also going to be bumping up the budgets of the other ad sets that are performing all right so far to give them a lot more money to work with and to spend to hopefully acquire more purchases that way. So we're going to be bumping it up to $15, and we're going to be adding 4 more that are similar to the previous ones that have performed well. So we're going to be actually spending $120 for the last 2 days, and hopefully Mark doesn't let us down and future me comes back with a few more purchases. So that's it for now. Take it away, future me. Thanks, Past Me. By the way, Past Me also asked me to ask you to kindly do subscribe, like, and comment this video if you are enjoying this content, as I do put a lot of time, money, and effort just to bring forward some educational and also some entertaining, hopefully, content towards you. And hopefully I'm succeeding somewhat with that, and it would kindly really help my channel grow and just boost the algorithm to help this video reach hopefully more people. So if you do so, thank you very much. So now 1 week of dropshipping is officially in the books, and it went all right. We managed to get a total of 8 sales across 7 days. So that's roughly $640 in sales, and that's actually somewhat at a loss. How much exactly? We'll get to that in just a second. And sure, it would have been nice to pull up with $500 in extra profits and extra sales for you guys to make it a little bit more interesting after just a mere 7 days of testing, but oftentimes that's not really realistic, and the chances of that happening are slimmer than you actually going like break even or slightly negative within your first week of testing, as right now you're just trying to figure out the winning formula, whether it is through your ad creative, your ad copy, etc., your pricing strategy, whatever, you name it. It's all just testing at early stages and finding the winning formula that works. And to go slightly negative, that's all right, as long as we're building data and we're working towards the ultimate goal to eventually find something that does work and does lead to profitability so that we can further scale it. And I'm not surprised, since this is a relatively expensive product at $80. And so therefore testing with $10 to $15 ad set level budgets is a little bit tricky to make huge profits. And personally, I do believe this video is a lot more valuable, showing me actually not go super profitable and somewhat at a loss than me going profitable by $500-600. And it really just shows you that even experienced dropshippers, as me personally, don't get things magically right all of a sudden. And to be honest, it's not always that way, and that's okay. As in my opinion, too many gurus and experts within this niche make it really essential, or make it seem essential, to go super profitable within the first week, else it's not a winning product, or abandon dropshipping. And in my opinion, that just really leaves a lot of dropshipping beginners at doubt because they think, okay, I'm not going negative. Oh, I'm losing money. This product isn't going to work. Dropshipping isn't for me. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit this product. I'm going to quit this business model in general. And I just want to prevent you from that actually happening and to tell you it's normal. It happens. Now the goal is obviously to continuously test different things, new creatives, new video angles, maybe switch up the offer slightly, the landing page, and just consistently improve and try out different variants and hopefully find a winning audience paired with a winning creative that brings us a lot more sales so that we can further unscale this product, as I still believe there is a lot of potential with it. And even though we did come out at a loss of $292 roughly, so that's obviously the ad costs calculated within that, as we spend roughly $700 in total. We'll get to the Facebook ads in just a second, and an additional $232 roughly at least for shipping costs and product costs. And so I believe with this product, there's maybe 1 or 2 more weeks at max of testing lots of different variants when it comes to video angles, ad creatives, ad copy, the offer, the landing page, stuff that I already mentioned, and we're bound to go profitable and hit the nail on the hammer and find the profitable and the perfect formula that starts working and performing a lot better. And I mean, we just need to spend more money to acquire more data. And so if we take a quick look at the Facebook ads, we managed to spend $699.20, $479. Obviously that isn't fully accurate as the Facebook pixel didn't track 2 purchases. So that's obviously an additional $160 added to that. But then we have 8 purchases, 23 checkouts initiated, and 10 add to cards.
What?
Which obviously doesn't add up, but not surprised there. And some of the statistics aren't too bad, but just isn't enough data, and we haven't spent enough money towards each individual interest and audience to make an actual tangible decision. So for further interpretation and to look into these stats a little bit more in depth, I'll probably have to spend a little bit more per each individual ad set to get more realistic and value-based data before evaluating, killing, and scaling different ad sets. So in conclusion, what I'm trying to say is that this product works, it has a lot of potential, just needs a little bit of fine-tuning, and don't give up after the first week of testing if you're not super profitable to get things going. It's completely normal, and I just want to be fully transparent and honest with you guys, as in my opinion, too many gurus aren't really in this industry telling you exactly how it is, and they shy away from showing you something that isn't super profitable or doesn't put them in the greatest light. But Facebook ads isn't just something that you set up and instantly starts working. It's all about adapting and trying to figure out ways to make it work even better, or if it doesn't work, to start again. It's all about making small little mistakes, fine-tuning them, and making them work, as it's just not all fairy tales and rainbows with Facebook ads and also dropshipping. I told you guys it would be 100% transparent and honest with you guys, and hopefully you guys do appreciate that. And I don't really mind showing you guys not profitable statistics, and I just want to show you guys how actually dropshipping does work. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this and the video that I put forward to you guys, and hopefully it's an eye-opener for a few of you guys out there. Regardless, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hopefully if you're new to my channel, I earned your subscription. It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, lots more new exciting content coming towards you. So hopefully you decide to stick around. I'll see you guys back for another one in a few days. Bye.